Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, there was a horrible terrorist attack in Manchester, England. 22 people were killed when a suicide bomber blew himself up outside of a concert. And it was a Ariana Grande concert. And as people know, Ariana Grande attracts a younger crowd. So many of the victims were teenagers and children. And this act is despicable. I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, there is nothing that justifies the killing of innocent children. These children don't control foreign policy. These children haven't harmed anyone. These people who were victims were just minding their own business, going to a concert, trying to enjoy themselves. And here you have a fanatic who blows himself up, not only kills himself, but he kills all these innocent people. This is despicable, and no religion justifies this. Islam doesn't justify this. No sense of morality justifies this. This is despicable. And I hope the people who helped plan this, I hope they are brought to justice, and I hope that they are severely punished for committing this crime. And, you know, as I hear about this story, the more I hear about it, the more I read about it, the more it becomes clear that more likely than not, this was committed by some person claiming to be acting in the name of Islam. Claiming to be acting in the name of Islam. I mean, when we look at all these other attacks that happened in Europe, in France, and England, and other places, it just becomes clear that more likely than not, this is an act of terrorism. More likely than not, it's committed by one of these groups claiming to be acting in the name of Islam. And I really think that that is blasphemous, that these people commit these atrocities in the name of Islam. I think it's sick. And I think that it's a prime example of how religion can be used as a tool of mind control. Because that's essentially what you have here. You have these lost souls who commit brutality, who literally destroy themselves. They have been so thoroughly programmed to believe that they are doing something righteous, that they would strap a bomb to themselves, blow themselves into pieces as they kill other people. Only mind control can make somebody do something so despicable. Because these people are programmed that what they are doing is fighting some kind of holy war. They are programmed to believe that after they commit these kinds of brutal acts, that they are going to be in paradise. When really what they are doing is creating hell on earth. And what they are doing is condemning themselves to hell for committing this kind of crime. It's just despicable. And, you know, all forms of terrorism must be condemned, whether they are committed by these terrorist groups from the Middle East or by governments, by Western powers or by Israelis or just random people. Acts of terrorism need to be condemned universally. And the Muslim world needs to condemn this kind of stuff. You know, frankly, I'm just sick of talking about this stuff, man. I'm sick of, you know, these people who commit these crimes in the name of Islam. I'm sick of having to explain that these people don't represent Islam. I'm sick of it because it happens too often. And when it happens over and over and over again, people have the perception that this is what Islam is about. when they see all these people, all these groups, all these individuals acting in the name of Islam, blowing up people, blowing up themselves, committing despicable acts. These people don't represent Islam, though. They don't. They can't represent Islam. No merciful, just God would condone what this man did. No God would condone that. The killing of innocent people simply minding their own business. I mean, when I think about this terrorist attack, it's just a reminder of how there will probably be a terrorist attack in the United States. And these terrorists don't care who they kill. You know, I think about all the times that I had been into the World Trade Center. Years ago, I used to work near the World Trade Center. There were times when I had just went to New York for various reasons, and I stopped at the World Trade Center. That was one of my subway stop. And when I reflect on that, I think about all the times that, you know, that I had been there. And I think about the possibility of me being killed during the first World Trade Center or bombing, or even the second one. And it's just frightening. I mean, just think about it. Your loved ones are at the mall just enjoying the day, buying items, and the next thing you know, there's an explosion. Or the next thing you know, there's some fanatic with an automatic weapon shooting innocent people, and your loved ones get caught up in the crossfire. I mean, all people of goodwill need to be in solidarity against terrorism, regardless of where you are in the world, regardless if the terrorism is in places in Africa or in Europe or anywhere. The people of the world need to unite against all forms of terrorism and drive out these terrorists, bring these terrorists to justice, and end this insanity.